Satish?
Streaming, sir, in 2 minutes. 1 minute, sir. Yes, sir, you can start now.
Okay, hi. Guys, good afternoon. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Kuala Lumpur and Selangor Indian Chamber of Commerce and Industries Zoom series. Today we have our 31st chapter Zoom series today. And we have a very experienced speaker. I'd like to welcome our Deputy President, Mr. T. Selvam, our Vice President, Dr. Nawamani, our other ESCO members, council members, as well as the participants today and our guest of the day, Ms. Amuda Subramaniam, who is going to share with us an insight about the topic today on how to diversify and explore your first export deal during this COVID pandemic and via e-commerce platform. Well, guys, we have conducted about 30 Zoom series from January to August this year. We have about 30 series conducted on various programs. And this 31st chapter is going to give us an insight and also an idea on how to diversify and explore your first export deal during this COVID period, and what are the challenges and also the opportunities which is there that will be shared by our speaker today. A great testimonial, and I've seen her presentation and slides, and I think she's going to give us a lot of information. And currently, well, we are aware that the whole country is currently under the National Recovery Plan, phase 1, 2, 3, and 4. And most of us in Klang Valley are in the phase 1. And yesterday, the government has relaxed the restrictions where phase 2, 3, and 4 can operate their businesses with strict SOP in order. But the Klang Valley, KL, Selangor, Putrajaya, Negeri Sembilan, and also Kedah, we are still stuck in phase 1 because, as you know, the daily recorded cases are still high, which is the threshold is 4,000. We still are above 4,000, and also the daily recorded death cases are still high, and there is no significant drop in the cases for the past 1 month. So we also feel very, very sorry. We feel sad for the families that have lost their loved ones, and we pray that their souls rest in peace. Well, this is the great impact, guys, that is given to the whole world, and we have to face this. And nevertheless, guys, despite the tremendous challenges and huge impact to mankind, there are still many whom have actually created a breakthrough by diversifying and exploring into potential and niche markets today. We just like our speaker today, Ms. Amuda Subramaniam. Well, she is an experienced market exporter globally via e-commerce platform. We'll have a very good insights from her later, and let's hear from her. Before we start, as per our normal welcoming address, which will be done by our Vice President, Dr. Nawamani. Over to you, Dr. Nawamani.
Thank you, Nivas. Thank you. A very good afternoon to our Deputy President, Mr. T. Selvam, Mr. Nivas Raghavan, Honorary Secretary General, and the moderator for today, EXCO members, council members, our distinguished speaker, Ms. Amuda Subramaniam, the Managing Director of HERS Manufacturing Sdn Bhd, who is also the Vice President of Malaysian Association for Women in Digital, our very distinguished guests, members and non-members of Klcq. It is my pleasure to officiate today's Klcq Zoom series, which will be, as Nivas mentioned, 31st chapter, mainly relating to businesses. We at Klcq are constantly doing many town hall sessions over Zoom on various topics. In fact, recently we did a sharing session on businesses to benefit from Penjana Kerjaya, hiring incentives and wage subsidy program. We also have done on strengthening your business by managing personal risk, microcredit hijrah, cybersecurity, KWSP&U, hidden marketing platforms in digital world, market development grant subsidy, the challenges faced by the SMEs and micro SMEs, and inspirational talk Pemulih Agro Bank initiatives, disruptions and evolution of event industry, Pemerkasa loan applications through BSN, SIDEC, Selangor SME digitalization, matching grants forum, Microsoft Excel skills, developing your new product brand, creating trademark, rental relief discussions, and many more. At Klcq, we are continuously ensuring all our members and guests to be well prepared with the right knowledge in business acumen and face the challenges with strong willpower. We have many more coming up too. Do stay tuned. Well, about the pandemic, just now Nivas gave like a newsreader, a full presentation of COVID situation. The lockdown is continuously going, although they gave us this phase, that phase can move, but the fear is in each and every one of us. So we need to, excel and think in new ways in moving forward. A little about Klcq for those of you who are first time here in our Zoom platform. Klcq is a 93-year-old trade and industry chamber, which is recognized as a critical government, NGO, business-centric liaison. We promote local and international trade and industry. We help to seek the business and trade requirements of SMEs, micro businesses, and startups. We are highly proactive as a business-focused event organizer. We promote business networking sessions physically as well as virtually, especially now. We organize and facilitate business matching sessions and international business and trade delegations. We are affiliated internationally. We promote inter-chamber collaborations and strategic alliances. We conduct motivational series and sharing sessions by captain of industries. These are just to name a few. Most of our EXCO and council members are very dynamic in their own fields and they are willing to share their expertise at all times. Today, our guest speaker, who I am personally excited about, will be sharing on how to diversify and explore, especially during this pandemic. How do we take our business to export level as she has done? We, the business owners, come employers, really need to know all this information so that we do not decide to close down our companies. Instead, we should pivot. Well, statistics shows that at least almost 100,000 companies have ceased operations since the first MCO. From the recent survey, only 8.6% of the SMEs said business is as usual, but the remaining 91.4% indicated that they will suffer losses from 25% to 100%. This was told by the Vice President of Malaysian SME Association. He told the Malaysian Reserve. So let us hear how we can export and excel in our businesses from Ms. Amuda. In fact, I was listening to some podcasts relating to pivoting our businesses, one of which was about a social entrepreneur who helped to move businesses virtually in Atlanta for the Black American women. Her name is Dr. Key. She founded Village Market to support the women, and when pandemic hit hard globally, she then pivoted the businesses from only 4,500 customers in the Village Market. They reached 25,000 customers virtually. See, this is the kind of business we are talking about. Of course, some of you are thinking, I can hear your mind voice. I can't export my business. I'm in the service industry. Yes, even service industries can pivot. Check it out. Continue learning. Find a mentor and speak to them how to move forward. Staying stagnantly is neither going to help nor give you any change in your income. Committing suicide is never the answer, but unfortunately, this is the kind of news we are seeing daily. I really hope all of you will take notes on the important points. Ask your questions freely if you have any doubts, as our speaker's business is on Alibaba. How can we do that too? Learn the best from her. We at Klcq are encouraging, assisting, and enabling you to catch up using the initiatives by the government, and we are there to continue to serve the members. Over to you, Nivas. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Nawamani, our Vice President, for the wonderful welcoming speech. I hope, Ms. Amuda, we've not stole the limelight uh, by talking more about you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, before we start with Ms. Amuda, just would like to invite her, before we invite her, Ms. Amuda is the Managing Director of Hearst Manufacturing Sundran Berhad, and also she's the Vice President of the newly formed Malaysian Association for Women in Digital, MAWID, as well as she's also an exco member in NAWAM, or the National Association of Women Entrepreneurs of Malaysia. Well, Ms. Amuda is an e-commerce platform entrepreneur, or you call it exportpreneur, with 10 years of experience in industry experience. She exports globally via the e-commerce platform called Alibaba. She helps the startup and she helps the startups and also the e-commerce companies to reach the global market. She empowers the women to go on digital businesses. Many of her followers are women who are passionate about both business and technology. She has various membership with various business councils like the Malaysian Sri Lanka Business Chamber, Malaysian Canada Business Council, Madrid, and also the member of Industry Expert Committee in Human Resource Ministry in the logistic, warehousing, and supply chain. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Amuda kickstarted her export a couple of years ago, but she successfully clinched her first overseas deal last year, March, during the pandemic. Her last year's sales alone during this tough period was 1 million. And this year, up to June, she says she has done 500,000 sales. Well, that's the reason we have roped in Ms. Amuda today to share about her experience as well as her challenges, that what she is facing, that she has faced prior to making her first successful deal. Before we call Ms. Amuda, I would like to get everybody to give a clap through your emoji and welcome her. Over to you, Ms. Amuda.
Hi, good evening, good afternoon, sorry. Can you hear me? Sorry?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, just give me a second. All right. Okay, thanks for inviting me here today. I hope my success story on export will inspire the others out there. As Mr. Niwas introduced me as an export entrepreneur, yeah, I have actually started this food and beverage business quite some time ago in year 2011 with my other partner. Okay, so since then, we have the difficulties to market out our product out from the area where we had our factory. It means that we had a factory in Kota Tinggi, Johor Bahru. I'm from Johor, basically. Yeah. So we had those difficulties to even to market out in locally. So that's the moment that we have decided with my partner to close off our manufacturing plant because we can't cope up with the overhead cost. You see, whether we have sales or no sales, the factory has to run. We have the overhead costs like utilities, the raw material, then the workers' salary. So we can't cope up. So we said, let's work smart rather than we run all these big overhead costs. So we officially closed off the factory, and I moved down to KL that time. I moved to KL around the year of 2015, and that's where I started to actively involve with Madrid. And that's how I created my own brand. To be very honest, I don't even know where to start. Zero experience in export, even though I have the industry experience while I was working. But when it comes to our own product, it's the same question like many of us out there will ask, right? We will say what product to do, how to know this product have the market, the demand, right? So I'm an old school person. I'm not even, I only basically know how to do PowerPoint, Excel, and Microsoft Word, the basic things, right? So this is the time then I started to actively involve into the exhibitions, Madrid exhibitions. And so coincidentally, this pandemic have hit, whereby I can't even promote my own brand anymore, because when you go for exhibition, that's where I can find my distributor. So one of the biggest market that I was having for my durian coffee was China. So that's the time it was taking off, 2018 and 2019, right? And soon after that, we had this pandemic, whereby I can't attend any of the exhibition anymore, and no one knows my product. So what shall I do? So of course, that's that time I already joined Alibaba platform through Martrade E-Trade 1.0 grant. All right, I joined in because for me it's very simple. Let's do it rather than you never do it. All right, so I just joined, and for the first 2 years, I don't have any sales. Very honest with you all, I only have sample orders, very small sample orders, right? Just few hundred probably. And that's where we start exploring on the market, the niche market where I should. So I was actually literally studying on the data which is available in Alibaba. Since I'm a gold supplier, I can access to most of the portals inside. And we managed to get the first order from Saudi, Jeddah. Okay, they are the fitness company. And that order was about 10,000. All right, so I still do it. It's a starting point for me to export it out. So from there, after the export is out, that's where the pandemic hit maximum after the 1 week, the first 1 week, yeah, after the shipment. So that is a time when I was having my own buyers from Alibaba, which I've been talking to them for the past 2 years. Slowly, they start asking me how to source those kind of products from Malaysia, whereby they was earlier buying from China to send to Pacific Island. All right, so I don't even know where is this Pacific Island, Micronesia Island. That was my first country to export it out in container, big quantity. Yeah. So when they said Micronesia, I said, where is this country? I don't even know. So it's just like a dot in your map, right? So that's how we can connect it through e-commerce to go global. Okay. So when I got this order, so they asked me to source it out for drinking water and a lot of things. Okay, the reason why.
Sorry to interrupt. Are you following the slides or are you just going through straight?
I'm actually already going through. You have not shared
the. Guys, please change the slide.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just talk. You can just change the slides. Yeah. All right. So that's how I ended up in export last year to Pacific Island. And a lot of items they start sourcing up from Malaysia. So this is where I diversify my business, because definitely I cannot have my own brand to go global because nobody knows me, right? So when people ask to source a lot of items from Malaysia because of the trade war, America and China, that's where I took the opportunities. Okay, so these are the products that I was doing for my own exhibitions actually. And if you can see after that, maybe the next slide, you can see my drinking water there. This coffee, I was exporting to America, Boston. Next slide, please. So, okay, you can see the water, the drinking water is there. So this was my first order to Micronesia Island. And it started continue on my own brand, and I started sourcing out all other products. So I took the opportunity, diversify, rather than I say I only want to do murku, I only want to do my coffee, I only want to do tea. Then I start with the drinking water, and subsequently I start moving forward with the other products. That means those SMEs surrounding me, those e-commerce sellers, I try to help them together to go to global market, meaning that with one container, all right, I will have some of my own product, and some other products when they source it out, okay, I will just put it in my group. I say, hey, look, I need all these items. Whoever can supply, please let me know. So this is how I start doing it. And subsequently, orders start comes in one after one, and until today, we have 22 containers as at today, 22 containers full of snacks and drinking, beverage, carbonated drinks. And if you see from last year, it is about almost 30 over containers. Okay, so it's not easy, it's not difficult. Okay, so there are a lot of grants available from Madrid. Okay, and then there are so many free trainings are there from MDEC. So we have to make use of those trainings to go forward. If you ask me, do I need a big capital to go into this kind of business? No. Okay, let me share. Based on these slides, let me just share. I have zero knowledge on e-commerce, zero sales for the first 2 years, low traffic to the store because I have very little products over there. And customers don't trust our company because we don't have any track record on social media. Okay, when they come to us, they'll definitely check our social media presence, whether are we present online. That means whether are we in a local domestic market, are we in social media like Instagram, FB, LinkedIn, you know, so they will check on you. So we was not there. So these 2 years, I took it as a lesson to learn and to improvise what I should do in order for the customer to trust me. And the biggest problem was they find it a bit reluctant to pay upfront, right? So for me, I don't do credit business. I said, okay, let's go for 50% and another 50% before the shipment. But today, after the 30 container, not after, after 2-3 containers, every payment was given to me upfront. Means that I don't take out any single cent from my pocket. I don't take out any capital. I don't need any capital to do this kind of business, because in Alibaba there is a payment guarantee by Alibaba, trade assurance they call it. All right. So it's also protecting the buyer. They also protect the seller. So you don't have to be afraid. So in this, I started slowly to move further. And if you ask me, what are the things you need to know in order for you to how to export? Okay, if you ask me, okay, you need to have the basic logistic knowledge. Okay, you must know at least some simple terms, logistics like CIF, delivered duty unpaid, DDP, FOB, CIF, all those things you need to know, basic things, right? And then, of course, the terms of the payment, you really need to discuss with your seller, buyer, in order to get your at least 50 to 60% payment, and never ever ship out without the full payment. All right. So once the container is out on the sea, you don't know whether the buyer is genuine or not, right? So you may not able to get your payment. So these are the experience of some other sellers which I get to know from them, right? So I will never ever ship out without any payment. Without any balance payment paid to us. That means 100% is paid. Of course, you need to know what are the approval you need for your products in the import country. Meaning, like if you're sending a drinking water, you need the certificate of from this Ministry of Health. It's safe to consume. So most of the products you need certificate of health from ministry. All right. And some countries you don't need, and some countries on the other side you need to apply for approval, like Singapore, for example. You definitely need to apply for your the approval. Otherwise, your stocks will be confiscated and will be stuck into the port. And same goes to China. Different products, they have different approval. So these are the things you need to know before you ship it out. You cannot depend on your buyer to advise you. So that's the reason we normally take FOB. Don't play CIF if you are not well versed with the terms. If you're on the next slide. Okay. So the first order, as I said, it was on last March. Saudi Arabia, Jeddah. It's a fitness company. And also we have the orders for Massachusetts, Boston, Pacific Islands, USA. And the sales was more than 1.5 million on last year itself during the pandemic. I would say it's a very, very huge increase on our e-commerce platform. And this year, up to June and May, we already achieved more than 500,000. And as at today, it's already touching 700 over 1,000. Means that it's not so difficult to do business online, and you make sure you have your quality, your service, and make sure your customer is they trust you. All right. Don't be so calculative for every single small pennies. Like for example, normally customer, when they send the payment by TT to our Malaysia account in US dollar, yeah, they will have a small charges like $25 to $30 USD. Some of the buyers, they demand for this to be bear by the customer. Like for my case, I don't demand, okay, because I've already added into my profit of these charges without telling them I've already charged you. All right. So in this case, customers are happy when I don't go and demand. So these are the small things that we should take into consideration when you are dealing with your overseas customers, when they don't even have met you, don't even visited you before, so they don't know you. So you must be very careful when handling your customers, especially online. All right, next slide. So these are the challenges. Okay, these are some of the pictures that we have also shared in our FB page. Okay, so what else? And it's not easy. Okay, let me talk about the grant. What are the grants involved into the export business? Matrix. Okay, when you want to go online platform, even local or even overseas, there is a second e-trade 2.0. Okay, meaning that there's a 5,000 grant for you to use in a multiple platform, as long you can cover within the 5,000. Anything extra you got to pay lah. All right, to start this e-commerce business, onboarding to Alibaba or any other platforms. Okay, and then they also have about 20K for the digital marketing. So for this, you can use this fund for you to expand your online business. Okay, so you can pay first and claim, or maybe you can apply first, get approval, then they will pay directly to your whoever the trading partner or the digital marketing company. All right, so it's everything is there. And another thing I want to share for Matrix, they also do have the marketing development grant. Okay, marketing development grant means that when you go to any of the what you call exhibition, within 30 days you come back, you can claim your accommodation, you can claim your flight, you can even claim your booth fee. Normally we pay about 7,000 to 8,000 depend on the exhibition booth fee, right? So each company is qualified to claim till 25,000. Okay, and each company have 300,000 for the rest of your life to complete your market expand on your export. Okay, and also they have a women entrepreneur development fund, which you also can apply, and when they approve, you can apply 2 months in advance when you want to go to any of the exhibition. Okay, this is for women lah. So basically, when let's say I want to go for example, I want to go to Anuga German exhibition, which is ongoing in these months. Okay, so I can apply in advance, whereby they will this is for women entrepreneur fund. They will pay your boat fee, they will pay your flight, they'll pay your accommodation. All right, so what you pay is only your food, right? So women entrepreneur development fund also, they give for the women 300,000 for the lifetime. So how much we do have? 600,000 for women. So there are a lot of funds available for women, and of course for men, yeah. I mean, if it is not a woman, you still can go under the MDG grant, which is 300,000 per company. Okay, and next slide. Okay, the easier way which I find out to be in e-commerce business in Alibaba. Okay, I can translate most of the language. Okay, I do have inquiries from you can say I don't know the language, I don't know how to reply them. So everything is in the same portal, right? Like for example, some are from Russia. They will type everything in Russia language, and also like a Chinese. People ask me, how can I sell in China? All right, so it's not so difficult in this digital business, because they have all the translation in real timing. Okay, so when we put our language as English, and they send to us as their language as Chinese, sorry. So when the information comes to us, it will be in English. All right, so it's easy to do it. And we also have those RFQ code, okay, request for code into Alibaba. So you can even go and choose whichever product you think you can supply, and you have a better pricing. You also can choose and quote to them, meaning you don't have to wait somebody to look for you. You can look for the buyer online. Okay, so as the trade assurance, as I said just now, is like it's more on a guarantee. Alibaba guarantee our payment, and Alibaba also guarantee the seller on the goods delivery. So both sides are protected. So we are not worried on those trade assurance on Alibaba. These are the things, the good things about the Alibaba platform, whereby for me 100% is going on global market is through Alibaba. All right. Even recently, I get another customer from Bahrain. It's also from Alibaba. All right. So it's depend on how we want to do. You want to do B2B, you want to do B2C, it's depend. Okay, B2C, I would suggest for new people on online e-commerce, they can go for B2C and they can do drop shipping. There are so many products from all the categories. There are products and there are platforms you can sync their products to your Lazada or to your Shopee as a try. You know, so for bulk orders, like how I'm doing, it depends whether if you know those kind of terms. It's actually not difficult. Yeah, you can learn those logistics things. All are simple, and you can just Google it. You know, so these are not difficult, but then try to do it in proper and do not make any mistakes, because if you make mistakes, it's a huge loss. All right. Okay. Any other slide? Okay, so this is the beautiful thing that we had gone through during the pandemic. Alibaba Netpreneur Training. This is open to all SMEs. Okay, it doesn't mean that you're only in Alibaba you can apply. Otherwise you can't. No. So basically, what they teach is how to have our vision, align our vision, mission, and strategy, and they give the personal what you call the examples how Alibaba started and where are they now. Okay, they teach from A to Z. So these are the training is fully subsidized by government, and next year they should have, and I think everyone have to attend this kind of training, especially with Alibaba. You can learn a lot. We may think that, oh, I know this, I know that, but actually when you go into this kind of training, oh, then you'll be thinking, oh my God, there are so many things that which I don't know. Okay, so hopefully you people can go to MDEC website or to Matrix to keep. Maybe you can just tag Alibaba Netpreneur Training. All right, so you will have those information. But this year is finished. You can apply for next year. Okay, as long as you have a business, you are a founder, you should go for it. Okay, you can learn. Okay, next. Okay, so this is one of the shopping, I mean the business in Massachusetts, if you can see down there, the first one. So we have our coffee and tea we are selling over there. And if you see the top one, that is our exhibitions in China. It has been now going to be 2 years. We never participate any exhibition at the moment. But if you can, maybe you can ask me, oh, then how can we promote our product? Okay, you don't have to worry on how to product our own product, which I'm also doing it the same thing, virtual business matching with Matrix. All you have to do is register your company with Matrix online. It's free. After you register, they will ask for certain documents, and within certain period of time, you just upload and send to them. And then from there, they will send you all the leads, whichever the market have business opportunities, whichever have the virtual meetings, business matching, halal business matching, all those stuff, they will email to you. If you don't register and if you just email to them, they might not reply to you because they need your membership over there. It's all free. Okay, so you have to go and look for them. They will not look for you. Okay. All right. I think I have my contacts there. They can WhatsApp to me if you want.
That was very brief, very brief, Ms. Amuda. I think you made something tough in a very simplistic layman term.
Yeah.
Well, the key highlight here is one thing is for those who wants to be an exporter, firstly, you should register with Matrix, matrix.gov.my as a Matrix exporter, get an approval so that you can enjoy the benefits of the MDG as well as the E-Trade 2.0. So, also you can capitalize this grant by leveraging on the Alibaba platform that Ms. Amuda is actually utilizing now. See? So there's a lot of abundance of opportunity here. And I think she's doing wonderful, and by sharing all these insights to us. And you have been doing very well, Ms. Amuda, this year. Congratulations.
Thank
we have
you.
some questions here
Sure.
by our participants from Mr. Rajasegar. Hi, Ms. Amuda, how to become your supplier or promote our product through your platform of business, export business?
Okay. During this pandemic, as I was, I think I didn't go in detail just now. after the Netpreneur training, because I was helping my surrounding people to get their products to go on global. But now I have my mission that I want 500 SMEs to go on board with me, meaning that they don't have to become my supplier. They just have to share their products, their pictures, their details of like per carton. Mine is wholesale, yeah. So you cannot give me per bottle price, like a per item. No, I don't deal like that. I deal one carton. Okay, it's a wholesale market. So you can give me all this kind of informations to me. I can put it into my Alibaba platform. And when there is inquiry or if I close the deal, then you must be able to supply to me within 1 to 2 weeks, because normally I'll take 2 weeks. 1 week is to preparation of the warehouse to receive your products and everything. And within 1 week, you should get ready your product. So you got to have a short lead time within 1 week. So I can do it. You can send to me your product. I think later, Mr. Niwas, you can share my contacts there. Okay, don't call me. I'm extremely busy. Just WhatsApp to me, and I'll get my guys to contact you, and you can submit all your documentation. We have a Excel sheet. You can fill it up, everything there. Then I will put it into my what do you call the platform. But make sure the packaging is ready for export. You have certain certifications. Then all right, I can do that. You can just send me your pictures first.
So I think, Ms. Amuda, you're focusing on F&B. So guys, just
yeah, okay.
yeah.
Just to share with you, yes, I'm focusing on F&B, but same time, I'm also I also don't mind to put those non-expiry items into my containers. That we will promote to our customers. Sometimes they will ask, hey, make sure the container is not empty. There's no space. Make sure it's totally full. So this kind of time, then we will promote those kind of products. Hey, you want these products? We have this. So if the customer wants, then we just put it inside. So it doesn't mean it's a food and beverage, but food and beverage, yes, I'll put it to my platform. Other than food and beverage, I don't mind to take and keep the data in order for me to just show to my customer.
Okay.
All right,
guys, you have heard that she's also open to non-F&B products and also an essential products for the overseas niche market, right? So, Mr. Rajasekhar, I hope that answers your question. I think, Secretary, can you just put Ms. Amuda's contact details over in the chat box for the benefit of all the members? The next question from Mr. Sudarthan is on the repackaging of your products under your brand before exporting. How do you repackage? I think this is through OEM packaging, where you have to have your own artwork and designing and get approval from the relevant authorities. So Sudarthan, I think you can also consult Ms. Amuda on this separately. I think Rajasekhar was asking about advantage and disadvantages of Alibaba. I think there are more advantages than any disadvantages that you can find. Maybe Ms. Amuda, I can say for you.
Yeah, if you ask me, for me is everything is advantage. I mean, I don't normally look at the disadvantage. I'll make everything to become advantage on my side. All right, like you see, language is not an issue. Payment is not an issue, and also we can promote other products to go in. So I don't see any disadvantages over there. The only disadvantages over there is you don't go and learn. That's the only thing. If you don't learn, no one is there to come and teach you. So when you join on this on board, even 1 or 2 items, it's all right. Okay, so you can start. Like for me, I started with Muruku. At the very beginning, I don't know where to start. Of course, I was producing juice and we closed off. And I put juice as under OEM, under my own brand. And then I start with Muruku. Earlier, if you see my packaging is not up to the export level. And then I changed slowly to the aluminum foil and to put it into the box. So my Muruku, like a cheese, curry, and the other one, spicy, it's really hot selling in China. Okay, the only thing I couldn't sustain with Muruku things is because of the expiry. So I even told the factory to make sure consult Mardi research to increase the expiry. So these are the things. Otherwise, I don't think so there is any disadvantages. Every platform have the advantages to what you want.
Okay, I think that explains very well, Mr. Rajasekhar. Next, we have Ms. Chitra Devi, who's into the spice business. She's asking whether we should get a halal certificate. I think every F&B needs a halal certificate. Correct, Ms. Amuda?
No, Not really.
Not
Not
really.
really. Okay, it depends on which market are you going for. Okay, like for example, in China, you don't need halal. Okay, if you're going to Pacific Island, there are 25,000 islands over there. They don't need this kind of a halal certificate. They don't need everything.
But Miss Hamuda, isn't it a great advantage if she has an halal?
Okay, I'll come to that. Like for example, now I'm working with Canada. I'm also a member of Malaysia Canada Business Council, right? I'm also having an expo on this November. Okay, this is the special exhibition for halal supplier. All right, halal market is very, very big. It is an advantage if you have the halal. Otherwise, it's not an issue. Even for you to join as a member in a matrix doesn't mean that you should have all those certification. No, not necessary. It's catered to individual country. Where are you sending? Like for example, if you're sending to Saudi, yes, you need halal. Like Canada, you don't need, but there are a big halal market over there. Also, I'm dealing, those who have halal, they can connect with me also for Canada business. Okay, we are working together with the Canada Halal Association to support our Malaysia product. So it's depend on your market where you are sending.
Since Ms. Amuda, she's going to be putting in a place called Alibaba, the opportunities knocks her door from various parts of the world, right?
Yep.
So I think we should encourage Ms. Chitra to go for halal.
Yeah, if she have, why not? Even if she don't have, it's okay. She still can put it into my
But I
platform.
think
It's not an issue.
for a start, she can also connect to you and send her samples, and she can.
I think I know Chitra, I think.
From a chamber, yeah.
Okay, all right. Yeah, she can connect with me.
Ms.
No
Chitra, you
problem.
can connect with Ms. Amuda on this. And next is Mr. Rajasekhar again. What kind of documents we need to approach Alibaba platform? I think
Okay, basically,
Mr. Amuda,
sorry.
carry on.
Yeah,
Sorry.
okay. Basically, doesn't mean you must have a Sanjam Berhad company for you to join in any of the e-commerce platform. Even you have an enterprise company, you still can join. You still can claim the grant for the e-trade, right? The only disadvantages is when you have an enterprise company, when you are going for overseas exhibition, you cannot claim. That's the only difference. So when you have a Sanjam Berhad, for Madrid, if you go overseas exhibition, you can come back and claim because they need accounts and all those stuff. But for Alibaba, enterprise will do, not an issue.
Okay, I think Mr. Rajasekhar answers. Mr. Puwan says that being an exporter, how do you deal with issues on buyers going directly to manufacturer after the first sales? Since the manufacturer details is in the packaging, as you wanted to bring in 500 brands under your company platform, how do you manage this?
Okay, normally once you have, okay, I don't introduce all the suppliers directly to the customers, right? So those customers already been with me for few containers. Okay, like let's say those are the buyers, they're buying mixed containers, okay? Mixed containers means they will have, like for example, A product 50 carton, B product 50 carton, so they will not go to your manufacturer directly. The thing that you have to be very careful is when you have 100% one product into your container. This is where you got to be extra careful. It will happen, yeah, but it's depend on our relationship. They're also afraid to pay the upfront money to the manufacturers directly. There are so many cases, so it's depend on how we handle. If you ask me, mixed containers, you don't have to worry. Okay, they will not go to supplier directly because they need to take that one particular product, one whole container, which most of them they don't want to do that. Okay, so if like carbonated drinks like Coca-Cola, let's say they want to go for one container, then for example, then they might go to the factory directly. So these are the differences.
Okay, thank
no
you.
issue, no issue. It depends on your customers.
I think Mr. Puwan that explains.
Another one more thing I just want to share. If you have your OEM under your own product, you don't have to necessarily share your manufacturer's details in your packaging. Not necessary. You can put it there, pack for then your company. Not necessary for you to put who is your manufacturer.
So OEM brands need not actually necessarily put where is it?
Yes, not necessary. Unless you think your company, your customer is good, have been with you for some time, right? Then you can put it in because of the certification. Somehow or rather, the certificate will still show who is your manufacturer. All right. So this you can't avoid. So just be extra careful. That's it.
And then Ms. Simajodi has a question here. Is it better to create own branding from the offset, which can be quite costly, or do we market the off-the-shelf brands and later, if demand is good, create our own brand?
Okay. Like for my case, when I started with Madrid, okay, I created my own brand because I didn't want to promote any other people's brand. I want to create my own brand. But when pandemic hit us so badly, no one knows me. No one knows my brand. We are still a baby in this industry, right? So what I did, I start taking from everyone. And once I see, for example, like the Coca-Cola, sorry, not Coca-Cola, the cola product that the can I shared just now. All right. So this is a big MOQ, 300,000 cans in order for you to produce this drink into the can. Okay. So when I have this demand, that's where I slowly go and create my own brand. Okay. So the customer will know this is the item, but we convert it to our own brand and we give them the sample again to final touch to confirm, okay, this is the same taste. Everything is same. It's only the brand is different. They are willing to accept. So for beginners, don't go on OEM. Okay, if you don't know how to do, there's a MOQ, a lot of things involved there. You have to create an artwork, designing, a lot of cost. The best thing is you just source it out and just put it on your Alibaba, but make sure you got a permission from those suppliers that they allow you to put their product on board. Otherwise, they can sue you.
Okay, that's very, very informative. We have one from Miss Santira Salvadore on to be eligible for this grant. Is there any age limit? I think there is no age limit.
No.
As long as the company qualifies for the MDG as a market
6
member.
months, minimum 6 months for you to go on e-trade. Yeah.
So I think, Ms. Sandira, I think you should go to matre.gov.my and get further info from there. Ms. Suguna is asking whether we need a warehouse or store to do this export business.
Okay, this is a very interesting question. At the very beginning, of course, I have my network with e-commerce people, right? So I choose one company where they can provide all the F&B product, all the big brands, okay? So out of it, I will choose some of the items to supply to their warehouse directly. Means that 80 to 90% will be their product. Another 10% I will just source it out from outside and I will send to them. But recently, I have a kind like a big good network where I can get source from, for example, 50 to 60 items per container, meaning that I have maybe 2 or 3 suppliers. So they can send on time to the warehouse. So I talk to my forwarder. Okay, if you do back to back, okay, this one all you need a very good planning in order for you to not to incur extra charges for the warehouse. So you can do back to back containers like for Pacific. You can bring in 8 days before the vessel sails, right? So when I bring in early, so I get this supplier to go there directly. I only pay for the loading and unloading the products to the container, which means I don't store in their warehouse. Get me? So that means back to back. The lorry will go there. These people will take out your product and put into the container. And that also you need to plan which are the product to go in, which are the product to be in the middle, and which are the product at the last. Okay, so it just basically needs some planning. That's it. So you don't need to have a warehouse unless you have 10 to 20 container on your own. Then yes, you should have. But at the very beginning, everything is there. Just outsource it. Don't take any unwanted liability on our hand.
So basically, you're saying digitally you can do this business without any space requirement, and also don't have any huge capital expenses that you need to do this business.
Yeah, actually, I would say zero capital. I would say not huge capital, zero, because everything is paid upfront. So why is it necessary for you to take out your money, right?
There is some question about I think Mr. Rajasekhar, you need her contact. I think secretary, you will post it in the group. Other details, I think, is there any other queries, guys? Can we open the floor for live questions to Ms. Amuda? If there is, please on your camera, and or if you don't want to on your camera, mention your name and your company, where you're from.
Yeah, Mr. Amuda. Yeah, Mr. Niwas.
Who's this?
Yes. Sega.
Hi, Mr. Sega. Yeah, carry on.
Sega from JB.
Yeah, carry on, sir.
Okay, Mr. Amuda, is it you only concentrate F&B? How about the medical product? Are you interested in medical
Yes. I'm doing medical product as well.
Okay.
I think as Ms. Namoda earlier mentioned, she's also don't mind on non-F&B products, essential products that is a niche market in overseas. Everybody can consider that as well.
Just to interrupt a quick one, I'm also registered for my other company, Verlis Global Resources in Berhad, whereby this one we have medical products and other products there, which I do virtual business matching through Matrade. Okay, meaning that those medical products like PPE items, gloves, masks, all these things I'm still doing based on the other company. Of course, I don't put it into my platform, but each customers I will definitely will refer them that these are the other products that we have. This is essential items. Like for example, for Fiji, we also at a 90% confirmation of the order for the glove, right? So these are the things that I'm doing. So those non F&B products, you still can connect me. I will see if any other platforms that you can sell, I can refer you, or maybe this products is necessary for me, I can add it into my other company under the matrix. So no issues. You can just WhatsApp to me.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Amuda, on that. Sudardan has a question. In Alibaba platform, do we get full payment first before we ship out?
As I said,
trade assurance just now.
Trade assurance, yes. They will release some fund for you, meaning that the buyer will pay the money into your virtual account, which Alibaba have the control on it. Okay, they will pay you a certain amount for you to produce the orders, yes. But if you see like my case, since I can negotiate with the customers directly, they normally pay the 50% into my account. After some time, it's 100%, even 100,000, 200,000, they straight away upfront the money to my account directly. So it's depend on how you negotiate.
So you're saying that in trade assurance in Alibaba, it gives more protection to the buyer. The seller,
both sides.
to the seller as well, but the seller would not have full funds to procure the product before he can ship it out, you see?
Yeah, once you get ready everything, that means you have to make sure what are the funds that you need. You got to inform them for them to release the payment to you. Okay, so they do a lot of verification in order for you to be inside the platform. So they know you are a genuine seller, right? So Alibaba protects both sides.
They do disburse some funds for the seller.
Correct.
For the cost of material.
Yes.
Okay. So guys, we have some other questions here from Mr. Santira Salvadore. Which are the fast-moving products from Malaysia for export at the moment and target market? I think
definitely it's the FMCG product, food and beverage. Yeah, definitely that's the first. And then if you see the data, there's a lot of demand for cosmetics products, some other electronics products. It depends your customer and the countries that you're looking for. Actually, you can go to Google Trends and you can put a keyword there, and you can let's say, for example, you said I want to send to Uzbekistan, for example. Okay, so maybe you have some products, you can put it there and then click the country as Uzbekistan, and then you can see whether the demand is there or not. So there's a lot of way for you to search for it. Even if you go as a guest inside the Alibaba platform, you can still check.
Well, guys, for further information, if you are a Matrade member, you can log into your Matrade portal, and you have a trade alerts from various countries. So in that trade alerts, all the companies, all the buyers, potential buyers from overseas, would access the Matrade portal, and they will go through the list of suppliers in Malaysia, the sellers in Malaysia, and they will send an alert to various sellers in Malaysia. So if you have an Alibaba membership, if you have a Matrade membership, you will have a portal where you can view this list of trade alerts from all over the world. So registering in Matrade is free of charge. Any company, sole prop or Sundran Berhad, can do that without any cost involved. So get that done first immediately for those who have not yet registered, and thereafter capitalize on the grant, especially on this Alibaba grant, which is something which is the government is giving up to 5,000 ringgit which upgrades you to be a gold supplier, and the coaching and classes conducted on a handhold basis by the Alibaba coaches. I think Mr. Amuda is one of the lecturer in Alibaba platform.
Yep.
Yeah, so we have to capitalize on all these resources before we can clinch our first successful export deal to overseas, just like how Ms. Amuda is here today. So I think Ms. Amuda has covered a wide range of area here in a brief less than an hour, and you have answered various questions. Can we take some live questions again, guys? Anybody here?
Yeah, I got another question.
Yeah, Mr. Yuga.
Yeah, no, Sega.
Oh,
Sega again.
sorry.
Is it we are trading some goods from other country? Is it we can possible we can Mr. Amuda?
Sorry,
It's not
I
manufactured in Malaysia. No, it's not, but it's manufactured in other country. But we can approach to your site.
Yeah, I think you can connect to her, network with her.
but that will be a bit difficult. You see, when you have this kind of mixed containers are going in, we prefer the products to be here unless it's a full container load. Any unique product, yes, we can do that. But again, it's not so easy to do it from the other side, any part of the country, because it is too risky for us to do, because you got to upfront the payment to your counterpart on the other side. You see, so it's too risky. Who is going to be responsible for the payment? Like last time, I used to travel to Indonesia and other countries to make sure the supplier that going to send for us is there existing. But now, of course, I already built my relationship with my buyer through Alibaba platform. I will not take a risk from the other side unless I know somebody from other side and it's a full container load. If small quantity, definitely we cannot do it unless you have the stocks from, for example, Philippines. You have the stocks in Malaysia. Yes, I can do that, because there are inquiries for big brands normally for Philippines, Thailand. So if you have stocks, yes, we can do, but not from the other country.
No, I mean that the product already manufactured in other country, Asia. Then we supply to you. Is it possible, right?
Yeah, as long you can supply locally to my container, shouldn't be any problem. But what I mean is, I cannot send my container to go and pick it up from the other country.
Yeah.
Unless
Okay.
It's a unique product. Yeah, if it is a unique product and you take the responsibility, and if the customer wants full load container, yes, that we can do. No issue.
Okay.
Unless product, yeah, if it is a unique product and you take the responsibility.
I think Mr. Rajasekhar is saying it's a locally available product which is manufactured overseas, right, Mr. Rajasekhar?
Can.
Okay, that's good. Next question from Mr. Sam. Does Alibaba charge a fee for selling on their platform?
No.
No.
The
So
only
it's-
fee that you pay is the renewal every year. That's it.
So it's the membership fee as a gold supplier.
Yes,
right?
correct.
Or
They don't charge any. Okay, the good thing about Alibaba is I already encounter quite a number of this kind of e-commerce platforms worldwide. Yeah, most of the platform, what they do is they normally will deal to the customer. They don't let you to deal with them directly. Okay, so Alibaba is not bothered who you are dealing with, as long you are renewing the account, so you have access to everything. So Alibaba is not.
okay. And the next question is: we should sell CIF. You advise we should sell on CIF and not FOB. Can you please elaborate?
No. We should sell FOB,
I
not
think Mr. Sam,
CIF.
you got it wrongly. We should focus on FOB rather than CIF. Freight on board.
Yeah, because if CIF, you take the responsibility until the goods arrive at the other destination. Anything goes wrong, you are liable actually. So normally I do FOB, but I do help my customer to follow up with the liner for the BL and then the other local charges. That's how I do it. But I advise, if you are not expert in this logistics, do not take the responsibility to ship as a CIF. Just do it
I think
FOB.
that explains. Is that Sam? I think explains well. Mr. Sam, the next one is from Suguna. If I have a product, do you prefer to buy from me, or you prefer to charge a transactional cost for selling my product in the platform?
Okay. My way of doing things is very easy. As I said, I'll give you a data sheet on Excel. You just insert in all the information that I want, like a carton, how many quantity inside per carton, and what is your price, wholesale price. How much I mark up into my platform, that will be my problem. Okay, so if you said it's 10 ringgit per carton, that's it, 10 ringgit per carton. So when I got an order of 100 carton, I'll just times 10 and I'll pay you and you just deliver to me. How much I mark up, that's my issue, because I have other hidden costs there, and of course own my own markup.
I think Ms. Suguna, you should contact and get connected to Ms. Amuda to further explore on this. She's very
Sure,
kind
no
and
problem.
open to a lot of collaboration with our participants. As long as
But
we're
if you
genuinely-
see, sorry, if you see, there is a lot of grant from Sirin for packaging, you know, a lot of other grants are available, you know, for you to have a better look on your packaging. If your product is good, they are giving the grant for you to get like a 50% matching grant, something like that, right? So you can have a nice packaging. The most important is the price will be determined by your packaging, how good it looks like. Asian looks, not like a Indian, not like Chinese, not like Malay. Okay, it should looks like a Malaysian look, Asian look, fine.
Okay, we have a question from Ms. Mona. What kind of challenges we may face with our customers or authorities if we focus on exporting F&B product? If you have faced any issues, how did you handle it, Ms. Amuda?
You mean what? Export, is it?
Yeah, during exporting of F&B, was there any challenges with the authorities or customer side?
You mean local authorities in Malaysia?
Yeah. I think Ms. Mona, can you highlight this further?
Yes, about local authorities in Malaysia.
No, basically, as I said, like for example, food items, you must have the certificate of health from ministry to ensure that this is safe to consume. All right, but like big brands, normally how I do, like I console everything into one container, which I know they have certificates, so no issues. Otherwise, if you just like full load one container, like a brand, yes, you do need the certificate of what do you call this, from ministry, health ministry. You do need, but it's not expensive either. If you're a manufacturer, it's just about 200 to 300 ringgit for you to apply, and then they have like certain expiry date on the certificate. So if you have, like say for example, 6 months, and you ship it out today, and then you still can ship it out for another 5 times before the expiry. So you can still use the same certificate.
Exporter can actually apply for a separate certificate with Samuda. You're trying to say that?
Sorry.
Exporter can actually apply for a separate certificate from the MOH, is it?
Yes, you can. But of course, the manufacturer will apply for you, or there are runners to apply.
Okay. So next one is from Sudarthan. Is there any directories to find Malaysian manufacturers? I think Sudarthan, you have this in the Martrade website, and also the
Yes.
FMM, Association of Manufacturers of Malaysia website, fmm.com.org, I think. Please check it out. It's there. Then, how does your company deal with food licensing for your own products since it's going?
Normally, because OEM, we will like stick together with the manufacturer's license, so we don't have any problem. The only thing is I normally trademark my brand. That's the only thing I do to make sure I claim this product belongs to our company. Other than that, all the certificates we will use the manufacturers. Halal you can apply under your company, no issue. Meaning that the manufacturer can apply for your company. All right. Otherwise, you also can still use the manufacturer's certificate, no issues.
You mentioned about trademark for OEM brand. I think Martrade is also giving a grant under MDG just recently on IP.
I think that actually, if you see, I just on my MDG application form for my logistic cost. Yeah, I saw, but I think that's for international registration. I think for the trademark.
Yeah, international registration. So I think first register for international market to protect your branding. And
correct, but actually, basically, hers is just the company name. So I have various kind of names for each product.
Okay.
Various kind of brand, yeah.
So, guys, the last question from Mr. Rajasekhar in the Alibaba platform, is there any cost down requested time to time? I think there's no such thing, right?
Cost down means I don't get the I don't get the question.
Mr. Raja?
No, what I mean, is it a business? They will ask any cost down in the product itself.
Oh,
Maybe ask them,
okay. That is depend on your negotiation with your buyer. Okay, so when you agree, they agree, then the transaction will take place. So it's basically both sides have to negotiate and come to a compromise. Okay, I'll go for this price. So, like how I do is like normally when they ask, I'll come out with a summary of including the carton weight, all in. That means CBM. So one container normally can fit in sometimes 28 to 29. You know. So I'll put all this, and then they'll check through, and then they'll say this is the best price. And it's a negotiation process. So this depends again. Both sides agree, then we will stick to that price. Alibaba will not ask for reduction on the pricing. It's your buyers.
Okay. I think Alibaba is just a platform for us to market our product. Once you get the buyers, you build your relationship, your trust, and then decide on how does the payment mode can take place. LC or
you see, like sorry, like Alibaba, you paying yearly renewal fee. Okay, if you ask me, like I'm paying about 6,001 per year. If you divide by 12 months, is how much? It's so cheap. Rather than I have a shop or my office, I'm not waiting for customers to go walk in. So the first year we will get the grant. Then the second year, subsequently we renew. So I'm already on the fourth year. So when you're on the fourth year, they have the confidence, oh, this company is quite some time over there. They will tend to check what product we have. So it's everything is there, the data, who is clicking your product, how many people are going into your store, all those data, they are, I mean, it's very, very, very clear. You can see everything over there. There's nothing you will be missing. And then they also giving those like advertisement for you to do. You can claim from Madrid again, the 20K that I was talking about, keyword advertising. A lot of things are there actually. You can actually, if you ask me, I started with Murku, okay, but actually if you ask me, I'm not doing Murku at all at this moment because of the expiry. But I started with Murku, okay, I come out with some simple packaging, everything, then I put it inside, and then slowly, gradually, as the years goes, the months goes, then I see, oh, okay, this is not workable, then I add in my other item. And then slowly I see, okay, I cannot go with my own product, I mean OEM, I have very little product. You know, it's all cost when you go and create your own product. Then I go with some other people's product and I get a confirmation from them in a return, meaning that they allow us to put into our platform. So I get all this confirmation, then I edit. So this is how I started. Okay, if you see my website inside my store, it's not so beautiful. I would say it's not beautiful. It's depend on how you talk to your buyers. You know, they might come for one item, but we will end up supplying to them at like what I'm doing, 50 to 60 items per container I'm supplying. Okay, so basically it's just a guidance for you to put in your product, and then as we go, just improve it. That's it. You cannot say I put it today, tomorrow I'll get the result. No. And like for example, you have online, people are watching you from global. That means like my response rate is always 100%. Because why? Nighttime also I have the alert in my phone. Okay, when there's a message comes in, I will just quickly reply. I'll say, hey, thanks for your contact. It's this time at this moment, maybe 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the morning. I'll get back to you soon in the morning once the office is open. So it's a very simple thing. Then from that, then you can talk to them. Then you will know whether they are genuine buyers or not genuine, because you know what are their transaction into Alibaba. You can check their profile. Everything you can check, and then you make a decision. Okay, you think that this is about 50 to 60% genuine buyer, then you can start your relationship. You see, everything doesn't happens overnight. Like for the first order, it takes about 2 years. The big order, the small order within 1 week, I close stock. The Saudi order. All right, the big orders, it takes 2 years. Then subsequently, whichever the order comes in within 1 week, I close the deal. It's all depend actually.
Okay. Well, there is one more question. How do you price your products to be competitive? Do you do market study, and how?
Okay, this is very interesting question. As I say, everything in Alibaba is there. Okay, when you want to sell, for example, a carbonated drink per 330 ml, one carton got 24 cans. Okay, you can just browse through Alibaba and you can see who are selling at what price, plus minus. Okay, and then you add in your cost and your markup, and from there you still can negotiate with your customer. So it's all depend on how you're going to check it out. You can check in Alibaba itself. When you Google for 24 cans, similar products, yeah, carbonated products, similar products, you can get all the pricing there. And then the markup is depend on hers. And make sure you mark up lesser than the market price. Don't go more than that. Even 50 cents lesser, okay, it's huge money when they go into a bulk buying. So always don't be greedy. Start with thin margin, then slowly you can add in here and there when you have the shipment going on.
We're talking about carbonated drink, Ms. Amuda. I think for all the participants' information, she has also done her own carbonated drink called Cola brand, I think.
Actually, it's a Baby Dust. Baby Dust is a brand, Cool Cola. So it's a cola flavor. It's similar to cola. It's cheaper because the actual cola is 50% higher than what we are selling. Let's say we are selling USD $4 per carton. The actual one is about 6 to 7, if I'm not mistaken.
I think this is your brand, right, Ms. Amuda? Yeah.
The red color, sorry, I think it's lagging on. Yes, correct.
This is the brand that Ms. Amuda has OEM.
Yep.
You're actually sending this to which country?
This one for Pacific Island.
I think that's
And
marvelous.
we are also promoting to Canada because it's halal. So hopefully I can go for the exhibition because of the vaccination problem. I couldn't confirm the exhibition yet. Sinovac, Canada is still not approved yet. So I'm still waiting for their good answer. So once they said, okay, I'm promoting all the halal products in my network, all those ladies in my group, and hopefully I can go. I'm just waiting for a good news from them.
Good to hear that, Ms. Amuda. We really wish you all the best on that, and many
Thank
more
you.
products that you can export and inspire our participants here also to start this. We take 2 last questions. What is the shelf? What is the shelf life for an F&B product? You advise on this since you had issue with Murukku just now.
Yeah. Okay. Buyers normally would like to have more than 1 year minimum. Okay. So like Murukku, within 2 months, when you open, even though you put in aluminum foil, you can smell the oil smell. Even though it's not oily, but you can still smell the oil. So for those factories, they have to go to Mardi Research Center, submit your product, and then they will tell you what to do in order to extend your expiry. So most of the manufacturers locally, they are more comfortable with the domestic sales, then they feel it is enough. So they are not actually improvising the expiry. Like those Malays, they do the same cookies like what we have for festivals. They go and check on their expiry and then they improvise, then they do it a very nice packaging, and those products we don't see here, you can still see in China market. I've seen those. Whenever I go for exhibition, I can see a lot of products over there. You see, it's depend. We have to really make sure you got if I give them 2 months expiry date, right? By the time my container arrives in the islands, take another 1 month plus to arrive. So how can they sell within another 2 weeks those products? Doesn't make sense, right?
Well, I think that was really informative on that shelf life. I think the product that you choose should be the right feasible product for the export.
Yep.
The export quality with right packaging. Well, let's take one last question. Can we have any questions, live question, one question before we close this?
Yes, Mr. Niwas.
Yeah.
Yes, good afternoon, Ms. Amuda. It's a great sharing. Yeah, good to see. I have one question. So before that, I want to touch a little bit about the expiry. Started talking. I'm supplying silica gel desiccant. It's mainly to protect the shelf life and so on. and experience.
Yes.
17 years experience in conducting a self-taste test and so on the products, especially. Now I am promoting for just a snack food, as you mentioned just now. Okay, I may perhaps in near future will be collaborate with you and further if possible.
Can I refer your company to those manufacturers, because I'm not a manufacturer, yeah. So I can let them know this is another way for them to improve their expiry. And the worst thing is the smell, the murku you see, it's the oil smell.
Yes,
So
yes,
that's,
because
yeah.
it's all due to the air and oxygen plus water
Correct.
molecules in the things. That's a great, after 25 days is anything our cooked product will be getting loosened the strength. So they need silica gel to absorb the moisture in order to prolong the shelf life.
I think you will have a good business in Buntung. All the factories, I think they don't have this expiry.
Yes,
All
yes.
of them, they just. I think you should approach. If you go to Buntung, those kacang putih one, easily you can get business actually.
Yeah,
Honestly,
there's
you
a
can try. I mean,
lot
you
of
can
things
put it
to
in, and then you
educate.
can see the
Yes,
differences.
yes. Okay.
They're not doing it, so that's the problem. But there is a huge demand for Murukku items in China. Honestly speaking, it's very hot selling, but it's just that after pandemic, I couldn't attend. I did receive orders, so I was thinking of how to improve, but at the moment, I can't do anything much because of pandemic. We can't go for the exhibition, but it's a huge demand over there. If they can, because these factories, they have halal. If they can improve this expiry, I even can promote for my halal expo in Canada. It's not only expo, we also have the buyers over there, which they already start inquiring for all those halal products from Malaysia.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Then my questions. In your experience, what's a direct from the Madrid and MDEC grants, and actually, what's the main eligibility in order to get the grants?
No, as long you got a 6 months account active, not dormant. Even you got $1 transaction, you still can get the grant. As long you're active. As long you don't show dormant. Dormant means you are not moving at all, no transaction. Even RM1 and you show as you are active in and out, even it's minus, it's okay, never mind. As long you're active, you can apply for the grant. No issues on that. Actually, they're very, very flexible. It's that we just don't go and approach and check it out on online. Everything is there. Google, like you, for example, you see overseas when they ask for business matching, they will call me first. Hey, you can supply this product. You see, I will build the relationship with them. I will go for all the meetings without fail, even though it has nothing to do with my export. I will go those time before the pandemic. But of course now I can't. Now I attend those virtual programs, which is, I think that if it is suitable for me, I will attend. But you have to get to know people over there. Then they know, oh, okay, you have, because otherwise they won't know you. They don't know who is Silica, I mean, Ever Dry Pack, right? They don't know who you are if you don't show your face there. If you don't attend those, if your company is not registered there, they don't know you. And the good thing is, you can, list your product in Madrid, and your company will feature worldwide Madrid. And I get a lot of inquiries from worldwide Madrid, those customers, free. I don't pay anything to Madrid. So it's a free platform. If those who don't want to go through Alibaba, you just go and simply register. If you think your product can export, just do it. There are so many buyers over there. And they sometimes email to you directly, and you can counter check with your trade commissioner in whichever the country. You can ask, hey, I get this inquiry, is this company genuine or not? They can tell you normally. Okay, so we should make use of it. Yeah. Thank you. We should make use of it. Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Yuga. Any question? Mr. Yuga? Any more questions? Mr. Yuga, I think if there's no question, I think we would like to thank Mr. Amuda. Thank you, Mr. Amuda, for your time. Before we have a closing, probably we can have our Deputy President, Mr. T. Selvam, to do the closing. Mr. Selvam, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Good evening. Good evening to everybody. Thank you very much, the speaker. Good evening, Amuta. Okay, thank you for your great sharing. It was very great. I think our chamber is a 93 years organization. Many of us are also, our members are also exporters and they have experience with MITI and all that. And I think our chamber has organized many events like this with MITI officer, MIDA officers, and talking about MDG grant and many more. But today is different. I think whoever participated today, you have given us a confidence. We have, during this pandemic especially, I think your life experience you are sharing today, I'm very, very inspired. I think many of us today who attended today's presentation is really inspired. In fact, I'm running a skill college, but you have inspired me. Maybe I also need to go into, this marketing, global marketing or digital marketing through Amazon. I think this has changed many people's mind today. I think our council member and also like Chitra, she has come out with a spice product and all that. She's always asking.
She texted me already. I got to reply her.
Yeah, she's always asking us how to do go to next step. She's trying to supply to domestic.
Just to short interruption. This your college, you are having the skill education or something like that. This is also a service which you can register under Matric. Then you will be listed into their Matric portal worldwide actually. So from there you may get inquiries.
That is news to me. Thank you very much. Coming back to Chitra, many of us trying to help her, and I think the right platform. I think she should follow you with Alibaba, and if you can guide her, I think she'll be very happy. Many of our chamber members are looking for opportunity during this pandemic. Many are affected, and we have already many chapters like this. This is the 31st chapter we are doing this program, Zoom webinar program. I think today with this life experience of yours, what you're sharing, I think you have given through your heart, you have shared with us. Hopefully, all of whoever want to contact you, you can also go to the next step to help them to start up something. Okay, with that, I want to thank all the participants today. I think the participants, most of them are, are here until the end. I think whatever you have said, I think so interesting for them. So thank you again, Samudha, for your great sharing.
Thank you.
And thank you, the moderator, Mr. Nivas. I think Mr. Nivas got the right person to come and present today. And then I think
he actually been chasing me for quite some time anyway.
Okay, I think these are the life experience very important for us to have sharing so that the members can get real life experience how to go about it. And then of course, after that, it will be next, it will be hand holding or, helping, of course, helping our business community. I think you are in the NGO. I think you are doing a lot for NAWAM and all the association like us in the KL Selangor Indian Chamber of Commerce. So thank you very much, all the participants. Thank you again.
Thank you, Mr. Selvam. Guys, the immediate action item all should do is immediately register in Matric and then go for Alibaba program so that you can acquire the grant from Matric. Okay, so with that note, thank you so much, Ms. Amuda, our guest speaker today, and all the participants. We had over 40 participants. If at least 10% successfully exports in the next 1 month, the program today is a success. So thank you so much for your life experience. We wish you all the best. We hope you achieve more sales, and also you will share with us and with our members and our other SMEs and facilitate them to grow globally. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
See you guys in the next session.